Hello everyone, I'm Amber, your Seint artist, and as you know, usually with our 3D foundation, we have a brightening, a main color, a contour, a cheek, and that's what you see the most that everybody use. But you don't have to use all those colors. If you don't want to do that whole process, you don't have to. So I'm going to show you today how you can just do just a main, a little bit of contour, some bronzer, and a cheek color. That's it. You can make it as simple or as complex as you want. If you love makeup and you want to play with that, go for it. If you want to keep it more simple, you can definitely do that. So I'm actually going to use our bronzer brush, and I'm going to go into my main shade here, and I am just going to apply it all over my face because it is so pigmented. You don't need a lot of it. So even if you are layering a little bit, it's still not as heavy as your traditional makeup because your traditional makeup is only 18% coverage. So which means you have to like apply a lot more. So essentially the brightening shade that we usually recommend is considered like a concealer, you know what I mean? Like where in place of a concealer, where you would put that. But I'm going to show you that if you don't like to brighten, you know, with the concealer under the eyes, you don't have to. You don't have to do it at all. You don't have to contour if you don't want to. You can do just a main, and I did my brows and everything here. I'm trying to mess them up. You can just do a main and some cheek color if you want. You don't have to do everything. Like, it's tailored, it's customizable. It's to whatever you want and whatever you feel comfortable to put on your face. So, all right, so here's kind of like my main all over, real lightly. I mean, real lightly, okay? Still looks like skin, nothing crazy, right? Okay. And then I'm gonna take my detail brush and I'm gonna go into my contour here. And I'm just gonna stipple that in there. Again, you don't have to do this part, but I always think it kind of gives your face a little bit more dimension, right? So I like to go a little bit below the cheekbone, kind of like right on it, and stipple it in there because I feel you get a smoother application that way versus swiping. And remember, now we're gonna start getting into like the cooler months here eventually, at least where I am, and your creams will start to be a little bit harder because you can melt them down and use every last drop out of it. Like for instance, this one, I can melt that down so then it'll be covering the whole tin. You use every single drop of the tin, so no makeup is wasted, and which means because they can be melted down, they spread super nice on your skin once they warm up. So that's why a lot of times you see like Seint artists applying it with their finger and then blending out, because sometimes it just needs to warm up a little bit more on the skin before they go about blending. So it all depends. Or you can just, take a blow dryer and just kind of like shoot it a little bit, just like with some heat there, just to soften them up a little bit, and you're gonna get a lot more smoother of an application then that way too, especially in winter months. Okay, I'm not being super precise, but because they're cream, just a really light touch. I'm kind of showing you that you don't have to go heavily with the makeup. You can just keep it simple, and that's what's so nice about this makeup. So I'm kind of go. All right, and then I like my bronzer, so I'm actually using the color Icon as my bronzer today. It's actually a highlight color, but I like the warmth of it. So just kind of warming it up, kind of where the high points, where the sun would hit. But again, if you are interested in the makeup, you can just send me either makeup-free selfie, or you can fill out my form, and then I get back to you with any recommendations, and then you can just pick and choose how much you actually want to do of your makeup routine. If you're just doing something more simple like I am, like an all over color, whatever, you can just pick and choose, but at least you'll have your colors, you'll be color matched, and then you can go and do whatever you want with that. So but again, when you do send me that makeup free selfie, I would like you, like I'm close to a window here, but I'm a little bit further back, but I just want to see all the tones of your face, so that way that's gonna create the possibility for me to give you the best color option, color match, because if I get in a shadow, like if I took a picture like where it was like shadowing like this, I can't see what colors are on your face there. So that's crucial. And then if I can see part of your neck, you know, get the hair out of the way and see part of your neck. So all that's important, okay? Then I'm gonna use, this is a color called La Cienega for my cheeks. It's got a little shimmer to it, like a kind of like goldy flecks in there. But again, you know, you can keep this simple. If you don't want to do the brightening, because a lot of times people are like, wait a minute, like what's this brightening about? What's it going on there? You don't have to. You can definitely just stick with, a main all over color. I mean, because traditionally I know, like growing up, at least me too, it's like it was like one color all over, some cheeks, and you're good to go. If that's all you want to do, you can just do that. You can customize it any way you want, and then whenever like one run out, pop it up, put a new one in. You don't have to buy a whole new thing all over again. So, and if there's a shade that's off that you're wearing, and like it's not quite right, skin's changing, color's changing, like now that we're gonna be getting into winter months, we start losing our tan, so then there's time to swatch out your color matches. So if you're interested, like I said, send me a makeup free selfie, or fill out my link in my link tree to fill out the form. So hope this helps.